So have you had the situation where people have gone to move into their home on possession day and the tenants have not moved out and everything has been
Ab-
done properly?
Absolutely.
So what happens?
Absolutely.
What happens in that case?
That is when we are calling in a paralegal that specializes in landlord-tenant disputes. Paralegals, this is very much their wheelhouse to know the ins and outs of the landlord-tenant tribunal. So even a landlord right now who might be listening to this and considering selling, or they're already in an agreement of purchase and sale and there's a tenant in the house, I would suggest you reach out to a paralegal that specializes in real estate and hire them to deliver those notices, make sure the timelines are correct. So for instance, the 60 days notice, minimum of 60 days notice. Laurel, if you were delivering the notice to your tenant today being the 21st of the month, that 60 days actually starts on the 1st. So it's the 1st of the following month. So it's very important not to deliver that notice on the 2nd, because now you're essentially giving the tenant almost 3 months notice. So timelines are very important.
You mentioned earlier that when you were talking about appliances and moving in and they're in working order. I do know though that you can sell, and it's kind of, this may not be the right term, but you can sell a house as is, right? Which sounds kind of weird, but it's take it or leave it, right? If the appliances don't work, well, it's as is. So can you talk a little bit about that, what that means?
Absolutely. So, as is versus good working order, I would suggest that any agreement of purchase and sale is essentially the default is as is. If you want to make sure what you're buying, the appliances are in good working order, make sure you add that term to your agreement of purchase and sale in the Schedule A. So as is, there are many reasons that a seller would sell a property as is, and it doesn't mean that there's something they're trying to hide. If you're buying a property from an estate, if you're buying the property from somebody who's acting as the power of attorney, those folks don't know the ins and outs of the property, so they're not going to make any promises that they can't confirm. So there are many reasons that a property would be listed as is. That isn't, some big detrimental issue. But if you're on the buying side, make sure that if in the situation where you're not in a position to put in a condition for inspection, still do an inspection before you make the offer, because you want to make sure, again, what you're buying, make sure the foundation, there aren't any obvious foundation issues, all of those good things. So that's how you can cover yourself on the purchaser side when you're buying an as-is property.